Hello everyone, welcome back to another remote sensing lecture video. And in this lecture video, I quickly want to go back and talk about location for just a second. And in particular, I want to make clear something that might have not been as clear as it could have been. And that is, again, this idea of place-specific or location-specific context as it relates to pulling in information that isn't necessarily directly observable in the image. And in specific, what I want to do is I want to sort of convince you that this right here, right, this object that's in this portion of the image right here, is in fact the same object that is in this portion of the image right here. Right, so whether you believe me or not, these are both actually cemeteries. Right, this one is in Louisiana, and this one's in Michigan. Now, you may be thinking that that's crazy, right? How can these both be cemeteries? How come they look so different? Well, the reason is, again, it's the location. It's that place-specific context. Right, the idea over here is that a lot of cemeteries along the Gulf Coast, because of their issues with water level and water tables and various things like that, right, they tend to put their cemeteries above ground in mausoleums to help prevent bodies from being eroded and washed away. They put them in these sort of protective buildings called mausoleums. Whereas in Michigan, right, you don't have that same issue with water tables and flooding and that kind of stuff. So you can be a lot more confident when you put the caskets underground, right? So again, in this case, right, each one of these, you can barely even see each one of these little dots right here. That's a headstone, right? And so their bodies are buried underground in Michigan because you can be confident that they're not going to run into issues with water table and flooding. Whereas in Louisiana, right, you need to put them above ground so that they can be protected from that flooding and the water table and various other factors, right? But coming from Michigan, right, you may not know that they look like that in Louisiana and vice versa. So having a little bit of information on where the image is taken is going to help you a lot when it comes to interpreting sort of these context-specific examples. So hopefully this makes sense. Again, just trying to make clear this idea that location matters. So as always, please reach out. Thank you.